Star Wars, Young Jedi Knights, Shadow Academy, Chapter 16. Jaina left the lightsaber switched off and pushed it back toward Brachus, but he wouldn't take it. I won't play your games, Jaina insisted. We do not play at the Shadow Academy, Brachus said, but we do practice. Important training for a Jedi. Fighting stupid holographic monsters? I won't do it anymore. I've done too much for you already. You may as well just take us home, 'cause we'll never serve your Shadow Academy. Brachus spread his hands. Ah, but you're getting so good with the lightsaber, he said, as if reasoning with a reluctant child. Try it one more time. I'll give you a worthy opponent, someone a bit more challenging to fight. Why should I? Jaina said. I don't know you anything. I want to see my brother. I want to see Loie. You will see them soon enough. I won't fight unless you promise I can see them. Brachus sighed. Very well. I promise to let you see each other again during classes, but only. He held up one finger. If you agree not to cause more disturbances. Jaina pressed her mouth into a grim line. For now, this was the best she could hope for. Agreed. Then Brachus said, his tone disturbingly encouraging. Think of it this way. The more training you undergo, the better chance you'll have if you ever fight against me. Consider it training for your eventual escape. She found the calm smile maddening on his smooth, handsome face. There'll be another change in our session this morning. As you fight, you'll be shrouded in a holographic disguise. It will not hinder your movements, but you may find it a bit distracting. You must learn to fight wearing this three-dimensional mask for the good of the Empire. We may occasionally need to deploy our Dark Jedi in disguise. Jaina held the lightsaber in front of her. All right, I'll fight this one training session. Then you have to let me see my brother and Loie. That was our agreement. Brachus answered. I'll go arrange it now. Meanwhile, good luck. He slipped back out of the doorway and sealed it shut. The flat gray walls flickered, and Jaina saw shadows wrap themselves around her. Not enough to blind her, just blur. She realized she must be in a holographic costume. On the other side of the room, an imaginary wooden door groaned open. Then Jaina rolled her eyes. Just a corny illusion. As everything else had been, Jaina was not amused. Her only challenge was trying to figure out how the equipment on the station worked. Someday she would foil the Shadow Academy, bring its systems crashing down. For now, she would play along with Brachus, and eventually she would find a way to turn the head teacher's schemes against him. Her new opponent stepped out of the barred dungeon doorway, a tall, looming figure wrapped completely in black. The black plasteel mask echoed and hissed as Darth Vader breathed through the respirator. Startled, she caught her breath, instinctively flicking on the lightsaber. Brachus wasn't playing fair. This went beyond any of the other illusions he had sent against her before. Darth Vader had been killed before the twins were even born, but the Dark Lord of the Sith had been her grandfather. She knew all about him. Vader's lightsaber was a deep, pulsing red, like fresh blood, glowing with light from within. Jaina felt both anger and dismay rise within her, and she stepped forward to confront him. Her holographic costume swirled around her, but she didn't let it distract her. Jaina hated the evil acts Darth Vader had performed during his alliance with the Emperor, but she also loved the idea of what her grandfather Anakin Skywalker could have been. The good man he had become in the last moments when he turned against the Emperor and ended his reign of terror. Whether it was for her own fear or something deeper, Jaina sensed a great uneasiness in the training chamber, a pulsating dread that slowed her movements. Darth Vader took advantage of her shocked hesitation. He came toward her, scarlet lightsaber sizzling. His breathing echoed all around her. Vader slashed the weapon, and Jaina countered with her own beam, producing a shower of sparks as the energy blades crossed and struck. They struck again, thrusting, parrying, attacking, defending. Jaina swung, trying to land a blow on Darth Vader's chest armor, but the Dark Lord had his own beam up to crash against hers. She backed away as he attacked with greater strength, slashing, striking with his lightsaber. The shrieks of electrical discharge nearly deafened her, but as Jaina began to falter, she pretended Vader was Brackus, or Timothy Kai, the ones who had kidnapped her and brought all of them to the School of Darkness, and was able to defend herself with renewed strength, this time pushing Vader back. She struck blow after blow. The lightsabers clashed, but Vader seemed to draw strength from Jaina's fury. They fought on for a long time, neither gaining the upper hand. Jaina lost track of how many minutes or hours passed. They stood with lightsabers crossed and electric arcs flying around them, pressing against each other, straining with all their might. But Vader could not defeat her, and she could not defeat him. They were equally matched. She gritted her teeth and strained, her breathing heavy, her lungs burning cold. She gasped, but she would not let up. Vader also did not stop. Enough! Brackus's voice came over the intercom. The training room's holographic simulation faded, leaving her standing in the flat gray room, her lightsaber still crossed with her opponent's. Only now she could see who her adversary really was. Jason.
I knew it!
In the control room, looking down at the displayed images from the simulation chamber, Brackus tapped his fingers together. With great pleasure, he watched the twins battle each other. Wearing his dark Imperial uniform, Quirrell stood beside him, observing the activity. The monitor showed none of the holographic disguises, just the twins fighting, battling to the death, and not even knowing it. Their lightsabers crossed and locked, neither twin overpowering the other. Quirrell remained silent for a long moment, fidgeting with restrained anxiety. Finally he asked, "Isn't this dangerous, Brackus? With one slip, those children could kill each other. You could lose 2 of your best trainees at the Shadow Academy." "I doubt I'll lose them," Brackus said, dismissing the thought with a wave. "But if one kills the other, then we will know which is the stronger fighter. That is the one we must concentrate our training on." "What a waste," Quirrell said. "Why would you do this? What's the point?" Brackus turned to the old Jedi pilot, allowing just a trace of anger to show on his perfect face. "The point is to obtain and develop the strongest fighters for the Empire, the most talented Dark Jedi." "No matter the cost?" Quirrell said. "Cost is of no consequence," Brackus replied. "These young twins are simply tools to be used, as you are, as we all are." Quirrell frowned and watched the continuing battle. "Are you saying that twins are expendable?" "They are ingredients, components to be installed in a great machine. If they do not meet our stringent testing requirements, they are no good to us. But perhaps you're right," Brackus said, finally conceding. They both fought well and demonstrated their skills with the lightsaber. Now to make a real impact on them. He turned to the comm. "Enough," he said, and disabled the holographic disguise generator. The twins cried out, then sprang apart, astonished to find they'd been fighting each other. In a few moments, Brackus switched off their intercom, not wanting to listen to the children's outraged cries anymore. He shrugged and smiled at Quirrell. "I did promise to let her see her brother. I don't know why she should be so upset." Quirrell turned away and walked toward the exit, so Brackus would not see the depth of his uncertainty. The harsh treatment of Jason and Jaina disturbed him, affecting him against his wishes.
He likes them.
"Their training is coming along quite nicely," Brackus said as Quirrell reached the door. "I am pleased with their progress. They will become great Dark Jedi in our service." Quirrell made a non-committal reply as he slipped out and closed the door behind him.